Disney Pixar movie Cars. It's the Mack Track Challenge, and the fans are going crazy.
Yeah!
The competition is heating up, and the king is in the lead. Oh no! The king crashes, and he's out. What? Lightning McQueen changes lanes.
Cool!
He races up Mack's ramp and jumps into the lead. What a move by Lightning McQueen!
Go Lightning!
Lightning McQueen wins the race.
Awesome!
Mack Track Challenge with Lightning McQueen. Adults assemble, batteries not included. Other vehicles and video game each sold separately. Rated E for everyone.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Piston Cup Productions. As we approach the end of the year, what better way than to look at a throwback sort of racetrack called the Mack Track Challenge based on the Race-O-Rama video game. Not really. You could think of it that way because in the Race-O-Rama video game, there is a challenge or a little mini game or part of the game where you jump through Mack, and it is called the Mack Track Challenge, and it does have Race-O-Rama branding to go along with the video game. I don't know if you want to count this as a piece of video game memorabilia or merchandise, but if you do, it's kind of one of the only pieces of video game merchandise. But anywho, I recently purchased this on eBay. It is new in the box. I think I paid like $135 plus shipping. A little expensive. I don't know how much this would have been back in the day. I unfortunately never had this set as a kid. I did have a loose one without a box a couple years back. The live stream is not up on the channel anymore, but I know the OGs on the channel who have been here for a long time probably remember when I unboxed from a package, I think, the set. Yeah, and I built the track on video, I think. I forgot exactly what happens in that video. I also did the Piston Cup 500 track. I have one of those mint in box now. But I don't have my original from like 4 years ago anymore. I don't know what I did with it. I think the booster was failing and that's why I got rid of it. I really wish I kept it because it is quite the rare set now. I'm just extremely lucky to have it once again in my possession and with the box. So anywho, we're going to go ahead and unbox this set, build it, test it out, and see if it still lives up. I'm a little worried about the booster because of what happened with my original one from a couple years back. Hopefully that's not the case with this one. I have fresh new batteries. So without further ado, let's get started with a little time lapse unboxing the set and building it. We are pretty much done with assembly. There's just a couple notes and things I want to point out. If you ever do get one of these sets, maybe I can help you out with these tips. When you're building the track, it's pretty self-explanatory. It doesn't take too long. Just remember to follow the lettering that is underneath the track. So for example, right here, it'll say A8 or A9, sorry. Just match it up with the other one that says A9, A8, A8, what is that? A7, and then of course just match it up with this side of the track over here. Can't really see it. There we go. This is A7, A6, A6, and so on and so forth. Now, be careful also when you are connecting the tracks. They are a little flimsy, unfortunately. They're not the best quality tracks that I've dealt with. Because if you just insert them like this, they're not going to click. You're just going to have that like sort of ugly wiggle movement. You need to latch them onto those two plastic knobs there. So just put a little bit of force and there you go. Just try not to break it because it is old plastic. It is a little brittle. Speaking of brittle, like the rubber bands that were holding these tracks, they broke really easily straight out of the box. So just be careful with it. I let the motor run for a bit already. It is extremely noisy, but that's expected from a set that's over 10 years old at this point. There's little risers as well that have lettering and numbering on the bottom. Just line those up with the correct track pieces. It tells you all of that on the instructions, so you don't really have to worry about that if you do it right. What else? Yeah, so I'll connect these tracks here. But overall, it's a pretty solid build. Here's the sticker sheet. There are stickers. It's very simple. It's just for that little like grandstand over there. and you could put 8 vehicles. Speaking of the grandstand, you need 4 D-size batteries. 2 of them go in here, 2 of them go in there. Use a Phillip head screw to take out the screw right there on those 2 pinpoints. It's pretty obvious, but I mean, I'll still show it. There you go. First battery pack for 2, other pack for 2. I have some vehicles here, so I'll start, I guess, kind of putting them there. So I got that plastic mater. That's from a Cars 2 set. Crew Chief Doc, Ramon. Actually, might have to put these down a bit. It makes sense for the flag guy, Dexter, to be there. And then I got some Piston Cup fans. Just got 2 right there. There we go. I got some die-cast cars that we'll be trying out the set with, and I got this Radiator Springs Plastic McQueen from 2021, I believe. We'll be using that. I'm not going to use the one that was included because I kind of want to keep it in box, and I have too many of these Plastic McQueens already that look exactly like this. This was a very common Plastic McQueen back in the day. The way it works is you turn on the booster. You have 3 modes. You have off, 1 speed, 2 speed, 3 speed. There are these stickers. There's the booster itself. You have this little divider here. If you want to just use it as a normal racetrack, you don't touch anything. You just switch it on and let it do its thing. It'll loop around. If you want to mess with the whole point of the set, the whole contraption, then you'd flip this switch here. And the challenge is, of course, to get Mack to align perfectly, because this does turn automatically. You'll see in a bit how. So your car has to basically jump at the correct time that Mack is parked correctly over the actual trailer and back on to the racetrack. And the idea is that if you go through this inner loop and jump over Mack, you're going to beat the other racer here through this pinpoint. And that's going to make for some great crash scenes, I think. Yeah, so there's stickers all over. Let me just show you the other sides real quick. They're just copy paste of the other ones. So you have this one on the other side, that one as well. There's one on the back there as well. Yeah, see, that's just a duplicate sticker from the one over here. What else? What else? Oh, let me talk about Mack real quick. Mack is an interesting little piece. I really like the design of this. So it comes in 2 parts. You have the actual front semi-cab part. The wheels do not roll or anything. Actually, oh wow, they do. Never mind. Take back what I just said. Only the front ones, not the back ones. You almost can use this as a Mack set, but there's no door and you're going to have this the whole time. Back wheels don't roll. These 2 little small ones are integrated here, but that's of course to, you know, have that turning movement when it's actually being used. I like the design of this. It looks really solid. It looks great. Nice large cars, 1 Mack decal on both sides. High quality. It looks great. There's the turning base for Mack. This little pin right here, I believe, is what's going to be turning. So the way it works is there's this rod here that's covered by this plastic piece. This rod right here, it's a very simple little method. Oh, it's kind of stuck in there now. It has those little 2 points in there. I don't know if the camera will focus. There you go. Those 2 little points go in there and in there. And once those are pushed together well enough, it should, in theory, work. Let me use this cover so that they don't come loose or anything, and to actually hold it in place from coming apart. It gives it a really good stabilization. So the actual motor spinning is what's going to turn Mack over here. And you have those little punch holes there to assemble everything together. You have to put in Mack first. You have those 2 little punch holes there. Actually, it's just 1. This, I think, I don't know what this does. Maybe that turns it as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, so once that's there, you just put Mack there. There we go. Okay, I had to use a little bit of force, but it's on there now. Okay, let me show you all the instructions real quick. There's the front, all the information you need in case your set doesn't come with these. You can go ahead and take pictures of these and use them as you need. And there's the actual play mode. Pretty self-explanatory. Talked about the girder already. McQueen jumping. Since this is based on the Cars 3 mold, the slimmer design that's meant to fit like on Hot Wheels tracks, at least that's how the theory goes. That's a topic I've discussed in a different video already. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll see. If it doesn't, then I'll bring out a normal Cars 1 McQueen. But I'll put those to the side, and I think it's pretty much time to get started. So I'll go ahead and pick this tripod up so you can see all the racing action from above. And I'm going to go ahead and just put it on 3-speed. Yeah, so you gotta line it up. If not, that's gonna happen. If it doesn't line up, however, this is what ends up happening. You just go straight on through. So you have 2 crash points, basically. One right here and one over there. You just gotta time it right, basically. There you go. And that's why it's called the Mack Track Challenge. Whoa, he's gone. So yeah, of course the die-cast vehicles are gonna have more weight. It's gonna be harder on the booster. So maybe one plastic car and one metal one works best. There you go, the Mack Track Challenge. This is the 2nd speed. That is speed number 2. Speed number 1 now. Pretty good for a plastic car, but I mean, like I said, once you put the die cast, it is heavier, it is gonna go slower, even if it's on the 3-speed. Oh, that was perfect. That was a great example right there. Oh, that was good too. That was good. That was good. Ah, see, that was good. That was good. That's what I wanted to see also happen. Now you could also use, man, my ears. You could also use the color changers. Those are still currently being sold at Walmart and Target at the time that this is being recorded. You could use those as well. Those are plastic cars, so these are going to work great. So let me bring some of those. I brought out a couple. You got Sally, Francesco, Jeff Gorvet, Cruz Ramirez, The King. But before I do that and show you guys those guys running around, I completely forgot to show at the beginning of the video the packaging, the actual artwork and everything. So let's quickly take a look at this amazing bygone era sort of style of box. You have the World of Cars logo, motorized racing. You got a bunch of other vehicles there on display. Lightning McQueen vehicle included, others shown separately, not for use with some Cars vehicles, unassembled. I love this sort of like ticket logo. This is the side panel of the box. There's the inside. Mack Track Challenge. If you purchased one of these back in the day, let me know how much this was retailing for. I'm assuming it was not an exclusive to any store, but I could definitely see this on the shelves. I think I might have seen this in Toys R Us when I was a kid, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe Target. Walmart probably had it too. Get back on track with Mack. Team up with Mack and Lightning McQueen. Time your lane change so McQueen can jump over Mack to take the lead. Lane changer. Grandstand holds and 8 fans. I read that as an and symbol for some reason. Sold separately, McQueen included. Start finish line. And a couple other vehicles like Dexter Hoover, Tex Dynaco, Tow Truck Tom, Official Pace Car, Fillmore, Mater, Green Ramon, Sheriff, Pit Crew Doc Hudson, Motorized Booster, Jump Ramp. Overall, a very solid looking box. I love the styling of this packaging era. This was also the same year that Damage the King came out. So, I mean, it's just a really really great era from cars back then. Okay, so we'll get started with those plastic cars down there, and we'll go from there. I think I'll start off with maybe Sally, I guess. Oh, she works great. Jeff Corbett. Come on, Jeff. Get going, man. Oh. Let me see if you can put 3. I doubt it, but you never know. I guess so. Yeah, you can. I mean, there's no way for them to crash unless you go through there. Let me see if I can time this better. I really want to see if I can. There we go. Oh, McQueen is out. So if you don't make the jump, I guess you're taken out of the race. That's kind of cool. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but 5 cars, why not? We'll see. I mean, it's holding up better than the sets they put out today. I'm gonna say that much. It was too much. Does it smell like smoke? No, it doesn't. Well, that's good. Overall, I'm going to give this set a 10 out of 10. Like, it is one of the best tracks I've ever had fun with and played with in general. It's just such a good set. I don't know if Hot Wheels would work. Probably not, because they are a lot smaller. This is really just meant for Pixar cars, and it's one of the best tracks. It's a lot of fun. It's a mini game, basically. You could play with other people. You could pretend you're one of these cars here and go 2 versus 2 or 1v1. And, you know, it's just such a fun set. Getting to jump over Mack. There was a couple times throughout the clips I recorded where a vehicle would jump over and surpass all the other ones. It was great. I saw McQueen going backwards at one point. Just a great set overall. But anywho, let me know if you had one of these growing up. Did you have fun with it? Do you still have it? What happened to it if you don't have it anymore? But that's all for me. Piston Cup Productions signing out. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you guys next time.